Good morning, this is H coming at you with another Autodesk Inventor 2023 tutorial video. We're doing the SolidWorks education lessons. This is the video for lesson 33 and 34. Thank you for joining me. Let's jump in. Lesson 33 in this packet is another really nice and simple, easy part file. And let's break it down of why that is the case. Okay. So when we look at this part file, we're looking at it from the isometric view, and we can see it's just kind of simple looking. There's only like a chamfer here, some fillets that are around. So it's fairly simple as far as it goes, right? So when we look at this, there's not a lot of features. That's what makes it simple. We got an angle, we got the filleted corners really are like the only thing that's like, oh, there's some fillets here. So when we look at the views, we have our top view. It's not bad. It's missing the fillets, obviously, that are here. It's missing the chamfer, like we can't see that. And so we look at our front view, and our front view does have much more dimensional information, but also it's a very simple one profile. Like this is only one closed in shape. There's no other lines like in the middle of this section that's here. So if we draw this profile and extrude it 40, we're going to be nearly done. We'll extrude it 40, we'll add our fillets, and then we're good. So the fillets are all 10 millimeter radius. So we can all do that in one hit and we're good to go. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start it from the front view because of this one profile shape, this one profile sketch, extrude that sketch 40 millimeters, and then fillet it, and we're good. So again, that's why it's a fairly simple part and a fairly simple thing that we're doing. So let's start our standard millimeter IPT, and we'll start our sketch on the XY plane. And again, we're gonna drag it over here a bit, and then we're gonna start from 0, 0. We're gonna go up. We're gonna go up 40 millimeters off the screen. We'll change this up. We're gonna go over 10. Remember, everything's pretty much a multiple of 10 for the most part. This is 20. Then we have our angle that's here, that kind of chamfer that we were talking about. And then we're going to zoom out, and we're just going to draw this in a fairly simple shape. Now let's add some dimensions to this. So this dimension line here, this is the big one. This is 60. And from this point to this point here, this is 10. This should also be 10, which it is. So that's good. And then dimensionally, that from here to here, this is 20. That's given to us in our top view. So there we go. So we have this is a fully constrained front profile, and we're nearly done. We just need to extrude this now 40 millimeters like we discussed. So we extrude this 40 millimeters, again, hit the enter. Now we're just looking at the fillet tool. And the fillet, we had 4 fillets, 10 millimeters each, this corner, this corner, this corner, this corner. The 4 corners that are this part file. Again, you just want to make sure you're selecting the edge that the fillet is removing, right? And so once you have those, that's it. That is lesson 33, right? Very simple, very straightforward, easy part. Hopefully you understand and see why. And at this point, if you've been doing these parts through these lessons, it should be fairly quick and understanding what was going on there. So now we have our new part file. So we'll just jump right into lesson 33. Or sorry, that was 33, lesson 34, right? Because lesson 34, a little bit more involved, a little bit more to it. However, it's a stair step, right? We've talked about this in other videos of this series and these SolidWorks part lessons, right? And we have a stair step effect. We have like the 10, then we have this stair, then this stair here. So we're definitely looking at the top view, right? We're looking at the top view. We're seeing what's going to be here. So we have different profiles that we need. We need to obviously draw a circle at 0, 0. We got another angle here, but this profile here, this half circle here, that's going to get extruded 10. Then this little section here and this little section, they get extruded up 30, it looks like. And then we have a rectangle shape right here at the top, rectangle shape here. That's going to be extruded up 40. So let's look at it from the top view and just make sure that we get our sketch complete. So let's pull that over to the side and go to our top plane. And then we'll start with the circle because our circle is the most important. And this circle here, the diameter is going to be 20, but this circle is actually not going to be extruded. This is the hole that is in this part. And then we have a diameter of 40, right? But we're not keeping this full circle. We're going to actually eventually trim this out to not be fully there. So we're going to draw a line that is 10. And then another line here that's 20. And the reason we're doing that is so we have this point here, because at this point here, we're going to have to come straight down 40 millimeters. And we're just going to finish this rectangle 20 millimeters and then 40 there. We're finishing this rectangle first. Now, this rectangle shape, let's trim out what we don't need. We don't need this, right? So this rectangle is one profile here. This is where it gets a little bit, there's a little bit of trickiness here that's going to be happening. Now, we also need, we can't forget, we need this other 10 millimeter line right here. Can't forget this line down here, right? We have it up here, we need it down here. So now we're dealing with this section here. We have two profiles here that are so close to this circle, this edge here, they're basically touching. We need to trim out this section here. This is the last little portion of that large 40 millimeter diameter circle that we started with. So I'm going to trim this out, and also down here at the bottom, trim that out. And that leaves us the profile that's going to be here and here. And now we just need to make sure we section this off. We draw a line vertically that's here to divide this section, this profile, and this one here, this vertical line here. And it's going to divide. We have two profiles here, and then this half circle, almost half a donut shape, right? That's right here. So we have four profiles. Should this shape, this one here, this one below it, and then this rectangle. So let's make sure, let's double check as we look at this. And this is kind of the tricky portion of this part file, right? The work and a lot of the thinking and a lot of the planning is up front in the sketching, and then just extruding it should be pretty easy if we've done the profiles correctly. So we'll start with the largest one here. This rectangle, this is extruded up 40 millimeters. Let me do a little zoom here. So 40 millimeters is good. Let me hit the plus sign here, because now we need to add this profile here and this side here. So you see it's forming kind of that half circle there. This is 30 millimeters. Again, it's a step down from the 40. Then we click on this plus sign again, because we're going to create or apply this extrusion and create a new one at the same time. And then this half circle here, this is the 10 millimeter extrusion there. And again, we're leaving the hole open. Let me hit enter, and that leaves the hole open there. And that there is lesson 34. A bit tougher in the sketching. Again, it's making sure you're trimming and creating the shape, right? This shape here is so important to be able to extrude that shape up in the sketch, right? If your sketch matches this shape, it'll extrude up and you'll be good. So trimming out what you don't need, making sure dimensions are correct and lines are in place. Because again, you need a profile is a closed in shape. There are no like open lines or missing lines, right? So definitely an interesting one, making sure you're drawing, your sketching is precise, right? Make sure that it's precise. And that's the trick in the lesson 34, right? So this has been the video. We cover lesson 33 and 34 of this Autodesk Inventor 2023 tutorial. I hope you all have a great day.